Hello everybody, it's Marta here at the Milne Library, and today I'm right here at the new fiction shelves, everybody's favorite spot in the library. And I wanted to put a handful of books on your radar because I think you might really enjoy them, and I'm surprised that they're on the shelf right now. So the first title I want to get on your radar is called The Girl with the Louding Voice. This is a debut novel. It is about a Nigerian girl who is sold to a man to be his third wife. She then manages to escape and make it to the city where she works as a servant. But the whole time she is trying to pursue an education and she wants to have a voice in the world. Her mother instilled in her the value of education, and she is going to persevere until she finds her voice. So all the reviews of this online are absolutely glowing. Everybody who reads this book seems to be blown away by it. So it is on my to-be-read list. That is The Girl with the Louding Voice. The next book that I'm surprised to see on the shelf here is The Night Watchman by Louise Erdrich. She is an award-winning author. She often writes contemporary lit fic about her Native American heritage and life on reservations in contemporary America. So this book is based in part on her grandfather, who was a member of the Chippewa Council. He worked at a jewel-bearing plant, and he was also trying to stop this bill by Congress that was supposedly supposed to emancipate Native Americans, but really the intention was to strip them of their rights. So it talks about his story trying to stop that bill, and it also follows the story of a young woman who works at the same plant as she tries to support her family. So that is The Night Watchman by Louise Erdrich. The next book I'm going to show you is The Mercies. This title came out kind of right before the pandemic hit, and I think it might have gotten a little lost in the shuffle. This is about a Norwegian fishing village in the 1600s, and one day, while all the men are out fishing, a freak storm develops, and all the men from the village die at the same time. So the women have to persevere, and that goes well until a mysterious stranger comes to town and essentially starts burning women for being witches. So if you're interested in witch trials or Salem, this is kind of a new perspective on that. This is based on real witch trials that took place in Norway. So this is definitely on my to-be-read list, The Mercies. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? The next title I'm going to tell you about is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Now, normally I do not go for vampire books. I am not a horror fan, but I've heard so many reviews of this book on podcasts that it really got me intrigued. The author of this book is a Shirley Jackson Award winner and a Bram Stoker Award winner, so he's definitely no stranger to writing horror fiction. But I think that the premise of this book is really interesting. He says at the beginning that he was kind of inspired by his mother, who was just kind of looked down upon as a suburban housewife, but that this book kind of pits a suburban housewife in Charleston, South Carolina, against a vampire. It follows the story of her book club and how they read true crime fiction when they tell their husbands that they're doing Bible study. And then when a mysterious stranger comes to town and children start going missing, she tries to look into it herself. So that is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. The last book that I'm going to show you today is Rodum by Curtis Sittenfeld. This is kind of a provocative title or a controversial title because the premise is basically asking what would have happened if Hillary Rodum did not marry Bill Clinton. So it's kind of an interesting premise because it's exploring an alternate reality of a living figure. Don't know if I would want that done of me, but it is a controversial work, and if you are into kind of a story that's kind of cutting edge or that kind of pushes the envelope, you might be interested in Rodum by Curtis Sittenfeld. So that is it for today. Those are 5 books that I think should be on your radar. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call. Place those holds because they may not be on the shelves for long. Take care, everybody. Bye.